What's good, Hoopers? Are you recovering from ACL surgery and you want to know what is the muscle that's constantly overlooked and underappreciated? My name is Dr. Gabe Ignacio, Doctor of Physical Therapy, Board Certified Orthopedic Clinical Specialist, and co-founder of Basketball Doctors. In this video, we're going to go over the muscle that commonly gets overlooked, and that is the hamstring. The hamstring is huge to ACL reconstruction surgery and rehab because it's actually the ACL helper. The hamstring, based on where it's attached at and the origin of it, it actually prevents anterior translation of the tibia, and that is typically how the ACL is injured. Obviously you have the valgus force, but in terms of preventing anterior translation, the ACL is also very responsible for that, and the hamstring is the helper of the ACL in terms of that mechanics. So in this video, this is more of like middle, maybe early stage rehab of what you can be doing for your hamstring, and we're going to do mostly isolated exercise in this specific video. In future videos, we'll get into more functional movements and higher level hamstring activation and strengthening exercises. But we want to make sure early in your rehab you're not forgetting about this muscle, because we've seen other PTs work with people and we've gotten clients that come from all over the place, and the hamstring is honestly not as strong as it should be. The love always goes to the quads and glutes and everything else, but I feel like the hamstrings have to be worked on, and this is these what we feel are great exercises to help work on that. So we'll get into it now. All right guys, so the first exercise for the hamstring helper for hamstring isolated is a straight leg bridge. My left leg is going to be the reference leg, but I'll just kind of show you how to do it. So you can lay on your back, you could use a box, a bench. So straight leg is obviously that. We're not going to be completely straight leg, we're going to have a soft knee bend. And that's just going to bias your hamstrings a little bit more. When you do this, you're going to dig your heels into the box or bench, and you're going to bridge up. So core tight, tuck your butt under, you're going to bridge up, and while you do that, you're going to dig with your heels, so you should feel your hamstrings activate. And you're going to hold that for, there's a lot of different ways you can do this. You can do isometrics, which I recommend early on. As you get better at that, then you can start doing some reps, doing different type of holds. So like hold for 3 to 5 seconds, mess around with your rep ranges, mess around with your holds. That's going to really bias your hamstrings. If you want to make it more difficult, you can go single leg, marches, kind of mess around with it. But doing this versus a regular bridge, this was more my glutes. This one you're going to feel a lot in your hamstrings. All right, the next exercise is a hamstring curl with a stability ball. So what you're going to do, same thing like the last one. You're going to dig your heels in. We're going to start with double leg. Left leg's the reference one. You're going to bridge up, curl as far back as you can, all the way out, and then back down. Okay? So you're going to bridge that way. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, what you can do is just weight your left side a little bit more, so keep your right leg on there. So bridge up, most of my weight's on my left side, digging in that way, going in and out. You can mess around with your reps that way. If you want to make the final progression, on one leg, bridge up, all the way up, all the way out, and relax down. If pulling in is challenging, what you can do is pull it in, bridge up, some controlled all the way out, back down. So there's a lot of different ways you can do this, but getting to single leg is the final progression. All right, so the final one is the bridge catch, and this one's a pretty high dynamic hamstring activation one. So really make sure you can do the other two before trying this one. So you're gonna lay on your back, same bridge concept. So you're gonna start with the glute bridge and end up in a straight leg bridge. So you're gonna bridge up, pop out, catch, and then walk it back. So as you pop out, you wanna make sure your hips are staying up so that you feel your hamstrings turn on when you get fully straight. Obviously, if you get straighter and straighter, more challenging, really gotta make sure your butt doesn't drop and hit the ground like that when you come down. That doesn't count. So you're really trying to get that hamstring activated and controlled when you reach all the way out. You can progress to single leg. As you get better, you can go staggered, where the left leg goes further out, kind of mess around with it. Really trying to get the hamstring going. All right, so the last one is a half kneeling hamstring curl. You're gonna need some equipment for this one. All of it isn't completely necessary, but to get the true isolated factor of the hamstring, I ideally want you to have these things. So the first one that you need for sure is a shrink band or a cable. That's gonna go around your ankle. And for this exercise, unlike the other ones, my right leg's gonna be my my reference leg just for camera purposes. You're gonna link it into something stable. We have a GHD machine here, but you can literally just use anything that's stable so it won't move on you. And then I'm gonna have a PVC pipe and a glider just to work on isolation. If you don't have this, not completely necessary, but ideally for like that isolation effect, would like you to have one. So first setup without all that other stuff is you're gonna get the strength band around your ankle. So half kneeling, you're gonna be in this position. You're gonna find some tension, and then what's gonna end up looking like, the leg's gonna be straight and you're gonna be pulling in. So it's a lot kind of like sprinting mechanics, where you try and pull in, where you're kind of doing that last dig. Your hamstring's gonna be working there in isolation. But when you don't have the other stuff, you're gonna start feeling your core, your glute, a lot of different stuff working, which is a good thing, but not quite the purpose of this specific exercise right now. Eventually, it's gonna be really good for you, but like I said, for demonstration purposes and the purpose of this exercise, you want just hamstring isolated. So you're gonna have a PVC pipe here to help give you core stability and some leg stability when you do this exercise. And then a glider so that you don't have to keep your leg up so your hip flexor isn't working as much. So from here, what it's gonna look like is you're gonna let it slide out, let the band do the work. And from there, dig, pull really hard with that hamstring. Let's pull it all the way back, hold it. And then same thing, control it all the way back out straight. I don't have great hamstring flexibility, so that's as far as I can go. And then from there, core tight, dig in, hold and squeeze, really feel that hamstring turn on, all the way back out. All right, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed those hamstring specific exercises. Like I said, these are just more of like your early, middle stage rehab exercise, but very important to be really good at these so that when we get into functional movements, you have the strength, control, and stability of the hamstring to be able to tolerate those exercises. If you need more help, stay tuned for our playlist of ACL, all things ACL. Let's take a look at that. If you go into it and you can't find anything that you like, please comment below on maybe things you have any questions on, or you want us to shoot videos. More than happy to take a look and see if we can shoot something for you. If you liked it, please like, subscribe, comment, share with your family and friends. It will help us reach more hoopers. We are the basketball doctors. Let's ball for life.